Hi everyone, thank you for watching the video. We're going to talk about our updates for the trip. We're coming up to Cape York.
It's been about 8 weeks since the accident. In that time we've had a lot of stuff go on. We have dealt with insurance companies, we have got a new car, we have got a new caravan, and we're back on the road again.
The company that we deal with is CIL Insurance Company for the caravan. They're being so fantastic. There's definitely a thumbs up. They have paid straight away within 2 weeks, and they've been really nice and supportive. So we're very happy with them.
CIL were, as Shirley said, fantastic to deal with. They were talking to us constantly from pretty much the second day after the accident. They were saying, is there anything else we can cover? Give us receipts for that, give us photos of that. You're also entitled to this. They just went above and beyond. CIL, I can't rate them highly enough. We got the new caravan, also insured with CIL. They gave us a discount because we got an anti-sway safety feature put on it. They're just the best company I've ever dealt with in I don't know how long. So for the car insurance, that was a totally different story. We were with a company called Budget Direct, and for the first 3 weeks after the accident, they did nothing. The car didn't move, the car wasn't looked at. There was lots of phone calls from us to them, no communication coming back. Possibly the 3 worst weeks in our time together, certainly if not going back a long way separately. It was just an awful 3 weeks. The stress, the uncertainty, that's got a whole nother video is going to be about that. In the end, we got passed on to a high care need team who got it all over and done with in 2 weeks' time. They got the car, they inspected it, they said, yes, it's a write-off, and here's the money. 2 weeks, I don't know why it had to take 5 weeks of messiness, but anyway, we got the new car. So we got the insurance payout from the caravan. The old caravan paid for the new car. We were still waiting for the money from the car insurance, so I was lucky enough to find some other money from somewhere else to buy the new caravan. So we've had this new caravan for about 5 weeks, and we've had the car for 6 weeks.
Yes. And well, look, it is a stressful time, and we were in Townsville for 5 weeks, just waiting for get everything ready, and we spent some time to do the modification on the car, get the caravan ready.
So once we had the new car, I had to get all the modifications done to it. It came as basically a basic ute with nothing on it at all. So everything you see here, I had to get that done within 2 weeks. I got it, so I found it, I had it sent to Townsville, I found someone to do the fitting, and I don't know how I pulled it off, but within 2 weeks we were ready to hit the road. Same with the caravan.
Yes. Oh, that was so good. The caravan, we put extra battery, lithium battery, and extra solar panel, and we also got anti-swag system in there. And we've been off-grid for how long? 3 weeks now, and it's been fantastic. Very happy with the caravan.
Yeah, so I think we made the right decision on the caravan. I think we made the right decision on the car. We've done a couple of days of fairly rubbishy roads, corrugations, dirt roads, potholes, and the car and caravan are going really well now. So we're now at a little place called Coen. We're about a day or so away from Cape York. That was the whole purpose of this trip, was to go to Cape York, and finally we're within striking distance. Once we've done that, we're going to make our way slowly back to Sydney over the next 2 or 3 months, I think it is. A bit of fishing, a bit of sightseeing, a little bit of enjoyment.
Okay, and there was one thing that we got the caravan waited in Townsville, which is we both learned a lot. How do we distribute the weights in the caravan and car? So it is really useful.
2-3 weeks ago we left Townsville. We got the caravan weighed the day before we left, so we're actually happy that we're legally underweight on every parameter. The guy said he so far has weighed about 400 plus caravans and car setups, and out of that, 4 have been legal. And thank goodness we were number 5.
We make it 5.
Yeah,
yes.
so I was kind of hopeful, but it was good to know for sure. Talked to Richard last week. He said he's done how many caravan ways? 400-ish. 400-ish, and he said how many were legal from the thing? 4. Is it now 5? 5. We made 5. We're number 5. So after Townsville, we made our way up the coast. We stopped in at Cairns for a few days. We caught up with a friend of Shirley's.
Yes, a friend of us, Phyllis.
Yeah, hi Phyllis, if you're watching.
So
So we caught up with her. She was flying back, just had a few hours in Cairns. Then we got the car serviced.
yes.
And then we started heading north again.
And we caught up another friend, Sean, in Townsville as well.
Oh,
yeah, we spent 3 days with him. That was good. We also got into play badminton with him. That was so good. Yeah, haven't done any sports for quite a few months. So that was fantastic.
It's a small, small world. We were at Bunnings getting bits and pieces for the car and caravan, and Shirley was sitting there just waiting for me to come back to her, and somebody went past her and said, "Shirley!" And it was a friend of hers, a old friend from Sydney. So we hung out with him for a day or so. We played badminton, had dinner and beers, and that was that was good.
Yeah.
We're going to do a separate video on the car, on what I've done to that. We're going to do a separate video on the caravan, what we've done to that. So if you're interested in those videos, obviously like, subscribe, come back sometime soon to see those. If you're not interested in those videos, you can skip over those and wait for the next installment of Mark and Shirley's adventures.
Yeah, no, I think the car and the caravan, it may not be that fun and thing, but it is very, very useful information. If you guys are looking to do the travel, actually, when we were before the trip, we actually looked at so many YouTube videos like Jet and Lily, and what is the other couple? Sarah and Kieran, and they're all fantastic. Check on their video as well. And we do a lot of research and YouTube, and look, it is a lot of information there you can collect, and you make it your way. But some of them are really good. So like we're going to do a lot of detail, how we prepare the car, how we prepare the caravan. And because we had the other caravan before, and we knew what sort of damage can, go through a dirt road, corrugation road, that you can prepare and get yourself minimize the damage when you go through those roads. Yeah, so it is very useful.
Yeah. Pretty much for our sort of caravanning, our sort of traveling, I would do the same to almost any car I had. It doesn't matter what the car was, I'd do pretty much the same as that. It was what I did to the previous 2 cars. And with the caravan, if we had another caravan or a different caravan, I would do most of that the same again as well. So we know what we like, we know how we travel, we know what we like to do with it, how we live. So for us, we would do the same again, no matter pretty much what the car or what the caravan was. So if you're interested in that, come back and watch those.
Yes, and we've been very fortunate that people traveling around, they're really, really willing to help you. It's like we have our aircon belts pop out, and we just stop in the middle of the road. And people just come and help. And or when we stay in the caravan, the other guy came over to help, which is really, thank you guys. Thank you.
Everyone on the road you'll find is very helpful. They'll always give you advice. They'll tell you what the road's like up ahead. They'll tell you where to go to, maybe where to avoid.
Yes.
Always listening. If you don't ask, you never find out. So
Yeah,
always
so-
worth asking people.
Yeah, don't be scared to ask. They're really a group of legends out there. They're really willing to help you. Yes.
Rushing over the falls at the time caused all speakers to
Sugar. I guess, is this the time to say that neither of us like heights?
It's okay, it's not too bad.
Yet. Good morning, and we are here in Cairns. We're leaving Cairns this morning, heading up to the tip, but we've been here for about 4 days. We had to meet up with friends on the second day. We had to get the car serviced, and now we're out of here and heading north up to Cape York. Now we talk a lot about, or everyone on the road talks a lot about all these beautiful campsites they're at, how they're remote and on beaches or remote in the countryside, and this is different. We are just on the edge of Cairns. We are in the middle of, I think there's about 150, 160 caravan sites here, or mostly caravans, a few cabins. So there's a lot of people, a lot of caravans. I worked out maybe somewhere like $30 million worth of cars and caravans in this little caravan park. And at night, even though there's all those people, it's silent. We're not too far away from the main roads. There's a little bit of traffic hum, but nothing like Sydney. And it's really interesting. So we're crowded in with all these other people. I'll take you for a little walk around and you'll have a little look. And it doesn't feel like you are. It just feels like you're in your own little oasis. We're here next to the river, and it's beautiful. They've got amenities, they've got toilets, they've got showers, of course. They've got everything you really want when you're stopping somewhere, and we're close to town. So it's not all about remote, beautiful campsites. Sometimes you've got to go and do stuff in a city or a big town, get things done, buy things, and if you're going to have to stay somewhere, then this is not a bad spot. When we look around this caravan site, it's mind-boggling how expensive some of these setups are costing. Some people are spending $250,000 on their vehicle. They're spending another $250,000 on the caravan. Now, a fairly cheap setup could easily cost $150,000 by the time you do a car and caravan. Now, there are a few people doing it super cheap, so they just got a Toyota van. Sometimes they do it themselves. they can still be expensive. There are a few people just doing it with a tent and a regular car or a regular ute, but on the whole, the money here on display, and that's just this one caravan park in one part of Australia, is just amazing. Parks like this, you've got everyone staying here. You've got travellers from overseas, backpackers, tourists in little renter vans, in bigger motorhomes. You've got people travelling full time on the road, people doing 3 months, 6 months, 6 years. There is everything. There's a few people in caravan parks like this who live here full time. So they maybe don't have a house, but they have a job in an area, and they have a caravan and they live in that. You can usually tell because there's more pot plants and more of the comforts to make it a little bit more homely. But a lot of us are transient. We're just here for a day or a few days or a week or two while we have to be here, and then we head off to the next place. It's an interesting life for sure. Korean street food here on the Atherton Tablelands, just inland from Coen, far north Queensland. Who'd have thought? Yummo. On a side note, after the accident, when we went back to pick a lot of our salvaged property up, we were slightly disappointed to find a whole lot of stuff had got stolen. It got stolen and it wasn't covered by insurance. So just be aware that the insurance companies might not want to pay for everything. They'll always find a reason for that to not pay. If you would like to help us in a more material way than a thank and a subscribe, you can buy us a coffee, you can buy us an ice cream, you can buy us a beer. I've set up a page where you can just go safely donate a few dollars, as much or little as you want, and we'll be eternally grateful for everything sent our way. Enough of that. If you enjoy these videos, obviously like and subscribe. If you don't like the videos, like and subscribe anyway. And maybe see you on the next video. That's it.
See ya. Thanks
Bye.
for watching.
Thanks for watching.